Right then, it's time to look at another one of the amazing tactics by Ryan Cassidy, the man himself. Now remember, if you are wanting to use any of these tactics, the link to my Discord is down in the description. That is where Ryan posts all his tactics now exclusively. Of course, the Phantom Menace and earlier iterations of the tactics that he made are on the FM Scout website. However, now he's made so many, he keeps them in one place. That is the Omega Loot Discord. So that is where you can find this one, as well as many others. So today we have the tactic called Nomadic Interjection. Quite a unique, different tactic. Isometric again. Let's have a look at it, shall we? Before we do though, remember to smash that like button if you want to see more just like this. Hit that subscribe as well so you don't miss an episode. We're going to have plenty more educational stuff on the channel as well, just like I do on FM Scout, and bring it across to here to make sure it doesn't get stolen. Inside joke. So this is the tactic itself. Now, quite a unique tactic. I suppose it's very similar to like a 4-2-3-1 as usual, but we have the isometric concept on the left hand side with the striker. We also have two deep line playmaker roles instead of two centre mid roles, and we have the likes of a Ramdeuter, a shadow striker, a regista, a ball-win midfielder. Some really different types of positions, which I'm very intrigued with. It is, of course, an attacking mentality. Most decent tactics are now. I won't go through the individual tactics. There are some different changes. Like I say, if you want this tactic yourself, come down to the Discord and download it. If I go through each one, it would just take me ages to describe what it is. In the possession then, we have a wide attacking width. We're overlapping on both sides, playing out of defence. Low crosses in the final third, working the ball into the box. Halfway through, the slightly more direct passing directness with a much higher tempo. We have running at the defence. In transition, a gegenpress, back with a gegenpress, distributing the ball quickly to the fullbacks through short kicks. Out of possession though, using the offside trap with a much higher line of engagement and a higher defensive line. Tight marking, preventing the short goalkeeper distribution with an extremely urgent pressing intensity. We're on them straight away. From whatever they do from the goal kicks, we're on them straight away. And getting stuck in, which is different to what we see quite often. Usually it's stay on feet. So as you could probably tell, we have Nice in France as one of the three teams we are using today. And let's have a look to see where they are predicted. I think they're sort of mid-table-ish, 7th place, so higher mid-table, outside of the European spots. So I think it's quite a nice team to use going into this, and they quite fit this tactic, to be honest. They have some decent positions, filling up the regista role, and maybe the shadow striker could do with a better player in those positions, and a bit more of an intelligent Ramdeuter would suit. But still, this is the beauty of these sort of tactic testers. We're going to see how they do when it not necessarily is fitting towards this tactic. If you have this tactic using yourself, you can sort of buy the players and fit the players in where they fit best. Then you might even get a better performance than what we will here today. The second out of the three teams we have today is AZ Alkmaar in the Dutch League. Some extremely good players in this team, the likes of Stengs and Boadu. But I think this team is quite fitting as well to this tactic, really, especially in defence, really good there. In the league, I do believe that they're predicted to finish 3rd place. Am I right in saying that? I am. Outside of Ajax and PSV, so you do expect to be like the level below those two teams. However, I have seen them perform really well, so I thought it was good to have sort of a title contender up there as well throughout this tactic tester. But there's one more team. Who is it? That team is Levante. Here we go, Levante. I'm excited to try it with this team. They have some really good players who fit the roles really nicely. The Ramdeuter with Morales, the shadow striker as well with Bardi. I think this might be the team that overperforms in this video. In the La Liga Santander, let's see where they are previewed to finish. 13th in the league, very far down. So anywhere top half is a good thing, I think, especially with the teams in and around the top half that we have always fighting out for the European spots. So without further ado, the way we're going to test this is go forward, holiday one season in the future with all these teams using this tactic, and we're going to see exactly how they get on. Right then, let's start off with Nice. As you can see, a couple of players have picked up the roles better than what they started off with, the Regista and the Ramdeuter being two of them. But we can see 4th place. So they have sort of overperformed slightly, just missing out on the Champions League spots there. So very unlucky is Nice. Remember, they were predicted to finish in 7th. So they have overperformed by 3 positions. 74 points in total. That's a high total, really, for a points in this league, especially. Marseille doing really well. I've never seen Marseille do that well. That is good for them. Average rating, we have Cyprian there and player of the matches behind Neymar. So it looks like Neymar had an unbelievable year with 22 assists. Assisted Mbappe by the looks of it. Stats-wise then, let's look more into this. They scored the 2nd most goals in the competition behind PSG, who dominated. Anywhere else? Passing accuracy, do we have up there? 7%. That's 7th, sorry. 4th in the average possession with 53. Fouls, I'm quite curious to see how many fouls they made. They were 5th. Not too bad then. I'm actually quite surprised at that. They were 5th for red cards with 3, but that's kind of the average, I guess. Clean sheets. Are they up there with clean sheets? 6th place and 5th place for least conceded. So quite a good season all around in stats-wise. Nothing standing out, but everything seemed to be fitting into place for a successful season. So let's have a look more into the actual team itself. Kasper Dolberg with 19 goals. That's very good. Assist-wise, Claude Maurice, who I think played the Ramdeuter. So he got himself 12 assists there. And we can see there, Ramdeuter role. So he has done really well. 4 goals, 9 assists, 7 and 12 in total. A good season for this man, who I've never really heard of. Doesn't necessarily suit the role of the Ramdeuter that well. So I think it's quite a success. And the Regista then, I think this man played the Regista, am I right in saying, or was it the other guy? No, this guy played the ball-winning midfielder, so it was Cyprian who played the Regista role. So they actually did really well, considering. There he is, playing the Regista role, and he got the most man of the matches with 9 and a fair amount of average rating as well, 7.75. In that Regista role, he scored 11 goals in the league. Just in the league, so that's fantastic. 13 in total, 4 assists. He must take penalties, surely. No penalties whatsoever. Wow. Impressive. I'm actually really impressed. Cup competitions then, they actually finished runners-up in the Coupe de la Ligue, so a very successful season, and if it isn't for PSG, they do better in the league, and they probably do better in the Cup, and they win the Cup. So far, so good. AZ Alkmaar then, look at that, 1 point behind top. Absolutely gutted that we didn't manage to clinch the title, but still a successful season, I would suggest. Willem too coming in 2nd place and final, PSV finishing in 6th. Look how far ahead they are though of the rest of the pack, 22 points clear of 3rd place. So them and Ajax really pushing forward and doing really well. Stats-wise, Ajax has the most goals. Surely we're up there in 2nd. We are indeed. Least conceded, we're up there in 3rd. Most clean sheets, 4th. So it looks like if maybe they kept a better clean sheet, they had a better defence, they might have done better. I know they've got quite an aging defence there with like the likes of Ron Vlaar. So that's quite good. I'm quite interested to see what did they do in the Cup competition. They won the Cup. Love that. They actually won the Cup. So they had a very successful season then. 2nd place, just missing out on the title and winning the Cup. I wonder what their past positions was like then. How were they? Oh, look at that. Last game of the season. Last game, they were top of the league for the last 3 games of the season, and then it dropped off. They didn't even lose any games. I wonder why that is then. That is a bit bizarre. Maybe they just kept... They even beat Ajax at the... Oh, that was the Cup final. So they beat Ajax in the Cup final. What a run to the end of the season that is. They are unbeaten for 6 months. They absolutely are unbeaten for 6 months. That is absolutely phenomenal stuff from AZ Alkmaar. The second half of their season, absolutely brilliant. Boadu, probably, yep, and has the most goals this season. 1 assist. Daniel De Witt also gets a lot. Look at all the assists, though. Fantastic. Calvin Stengs, very good player. On the other side, which was this man, Idrissi, who looks like he played the Ramdeuter role. I just want to check. He did play the Ramdeuter role. How good was this season? 10 goals, 5 assists. Very good season. 7.13 average rating, 14 total and 10 assists. Cracking season from this man. The Regista role was played by this man, Fredrik Midtjylland, the Norwegian, who looks like he's had a phenomenal season as well. 2 goals, 9 assists, 4 player of the matches, 7.55 average rating. That is high. Very good indeed. If you get over 7.5, you've had a cracking season. And this man definitely has. Now worth 20 million as well. So they can cash in if they like. But absolutely phenomenal season from AZ Alkmaar. They'll be happy with that one. Last but no means least is Levante. Look at that, 4th place. Managed to pick up a Champions League spot and higher than Real Madrid. Yep. Higher than Real Madrid. Finished on the same points as Valencia and had a higher goal difference. I'm guessing that's down to head-to-head. That's gutting. If they finish in 3rd place, this looks absolutely unbelievable, doesn't it? But still, really good stuff indeed. Profile-wise then, did they have anyone? Roger Marti with 16 goals. Campagna with the highest average rating in total. What position does he play? That's the regista role. I bet that's the regista. Not analysis. Form, sorry. It is the regista role. Again, overperforming. Doing really well. So that's phenomenal stuff. Bardi, who gets 12 assists. Is that the Ramdeuter? I think it is. I think our two... It is... No, it's a shadow striker. Right, fair enough. Fair enough. The shadow striker paying dividends there. Nice. Okay, what about the rest? So the most goals, we had the 2nd most goals in the league. 82 behind Barca's 85. Phenomenal. Really good considering they beat out the likes of Atletico Madrid, Valencia and Real Madrid for the most goals. Real Madrid down in 5th. They've had a bad season there. Although they managed to concede the least amount. Fair enough. Levante was 6th there and most clean sheets they cannot be seen. A little bit further down. But still, great season. And they were knocked out of the semi-final by Barcelona in the Copa del Rey. So that is nothing to be embarrassed by whatsoever. Levante, another cracking season for them. Let's look more into the stats themselves. So 19 goals from Roger Marti, who had top scorer this season for them, playing that advanced forward role. 16 goals, 4 assists. Great stuff from him. We also have Bardi, who played the shadow striker role, getting 16 goals and 13 assists. Lovely stuff. Rashina, who was playing the inside forward role, got 13 goals, 9 assists. And the guy playing the Ramdeuter, Jose Morales, with 10 goals and 7 assists, who had the highest, one of the highest average ratings. He actually had the highest rating, I think. I know that guy there as a substitute. Doesn't count. Doesn't count. Jose Morales, highest average rating as a Ramdeuter. So there we have it then. A quick, snappy look at this tactic. And I must say, I'm actually quite impressed once again. Ryan Cassidy, this is the first time I actually trialed this tactic. I chose 3 random teams. I didn't want to pick a strong side because I know Ryan told me that this tactic's very good with the strong side. So I thought, I'll go one better and do some lower league teams, and it's still doing really well. So that just goes to show how good this tactic really is. So remember, if you want to get your hands on this tactic, join the Discord. That is where you can find it. On the section, Ryan's Tactics, there is a specific section just where Ryan posts the links there. No one else speaks there, so you can find it very quickly just by scrolling up and selecting the tactic that you want to choose. And remember to like this video if you can, if you want to see more just like this. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Support me on my route to 3,500. Maybe I've surpassed it by now. En route to 4,000. That'll be phenomenal. And I'll see you guys for the next one very, very soon. Bye-bye. Well, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, there's another one below that I have picked for you to have a look at. Also, if you'd like to sponsor me as a content creator by pledging to my Patreon page, you can do just that by following the link below and be like one of these wonderful people. Thank you.